Good morning, everyone. And it's Monday the 4th, I think. Not sure.
Yes.
Thank you, Pixies. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it, as you know. Yes, so I reached 1.5k yesterday. And I'm really excited. I set my next goal at 1.5k, and there will be a giveaway coming soon. I'm just going to give it a few days, maybe a week, to see if I keep that. Hi, Choppers, how are you? And thank you very much. Yes, I will be doing a giveaway. Obviously, a lot of people know what it is because I explained it yesterday on Kate's. So I just want to make apologies as well for not being live on Friday. As you can tell, I'm full of cold. I felt absolutely pants on Friday. Oh, that's good then, Choppers. It says his flood videos are getting thousands of views. That, I mean, you know, but I hope things are subsiding a little bit. You know, I hate to see places that are flooded and, you know, people are cut off and they're having to be rescued. And hello to the 4 viewers. So, yeah, I will be doing a giveaway in the next few weeks. Hiya, Bubba, how are you? 1,800 views in 9 hours. Wow.
Chops.
And as you can guess, I reached 1.5k yesterday. I never thought in a million years, like, I mean, it's 2 years in July since I started my YouTube channel that I'd get 1,000, let alone 1,500, and monetized as well. So it sort of, it astounds me, you know, that I've gone so far, if you know what I mean. And I'm humbled, really, you know. I mean, you know, there's bigger channels out there, but to me, every milestone is it humbles me, you know, that I've got people that I do the coffee morning 3 days a week. It's just, you know, people watch me baking vlogs, they watch me live streams. Yeah, Choppers, I mean, Choppers thought he'd never get to 1k, but he has done, you know what I mean? But you'll get there, and same as I always say, you know, it's your dedication to your channel, it's the content that you provide. It's not a race, you know what I mean? It's your dedication to what you do, and you know, and I always say, I don't put no airs and graces on. I don't pretend to be anything that I'm not. I'm just me. And obviously I must be doing something right, or people wouldn't come back. Oh, that's great, Chops. And yeah, well, this is it, Choppers. I mean, it's like my baking vlogs. I mean, I can't say I'm getting like hundreds and hundreds of views, but it's like a steady 70, 80 views on my vlogs. You know what I mean? So it's not too bad, and it's just like what I call like a steady. You know what I mean? It's just like a steady thing. You know what I mean? But it all adds up. So I have got my coffee. Cheers, everyone! Celebrating with a coffee. So so yeah. I mean, it's like all channel, but well, most of the channels nowadays, choppers, I see nearly every single one have got a thumbs down at some point. But same as I keep saying, it don't make no odds to me. I don't care either way. You know my attitude towards it. And it's like just recently, you know, we've been getting the same thumbs down, you know. Obviously somebody don't like it, but hey ho, same as I said, you can't please everybody all the time, you know. But in my situation, same as I said, I'm monetized, so in order to come and give me a thumbs down, they've got to watch an advert before it even you know what I mean? They've got to come and watch an ad before they even come into the live stream or the video or whatever. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah, you've just watched an advertisement, which is adding to my monetization. You've got, you know, it's a view. So you've had to watch an ad before it even started. So, you know, more fool you. That's all I can say. But you know, there is people out there. I got 5 thumbs down on my first flood video, so I think that, well, that's it. That's exactly what the attitude you've got to take, choppers. And that's why, you know, that's why I take that attitude. You know, and I've seen an actual video of the analytics and everything, and you actually get paid more for thumbs down than you do thumbs up when you monetize. So, you know, in my eyes, it's a win-win situation. Yeah, exactly. That's the attitude you've got to take. You know, I do know of channels that are sort of saying, oh, well, why are people giving me thumbs down? And, you know, don't worry about it, because I ain't. Simple. Don't worry. And, you know, same as I've just said, you can't please everyone all the time. So, you know, obviously, but, you know, it's, hey, Ian Matthews is in the house. It's a bit early for a break, isn't it? Or are you in your shed? So, just gonna do something. And if you were wondering, everyone, DJ Pix in the mix is obviously Pixie.
Baby.
It's Pixie. It's created a second channel because he started like doing music for videos, etc. It's all copyrighted, non-copyrighted music that you can use for your videos, etc. So yeah, DJ Pix in the mix is actually Pixie that's over there.
Yeah.
So so it is his second channel, and he only started it yesterday, and he's already got 12 supporters. So he's not doing too bad for being there one day. So, oh, how did you manage that one, Chopper? It says, I blew a front tyre on the fishing cart with such force it bent the bicycle rim.
Uh-oh.
So, obviously you were, well, when I say blowing it up, I meant, you know, you were putting air in the tyre and obviously pour a little bit too much. Can you post a link to Chris's new channel? Do you want? Will you do it? Yeah. Chris is going to do it. Hiya, RC Dude. How are you?
RC Dude in the house. I'll get to my channel in a sec.
Oh, it's something sharp on the ground. Oh, and Bubba's got you as well.
Oh, he? Hey.
So, just, you know, putting it out there that DJ Pixie in the mix is actually Pixie, but it's like a second channel. He wants to keep the music part and, you know, his main channel separate. So he created another channel yesterday.
That was the first video. One and only video. There you go.
So there you go. I mean, that's the link to his new channel. I think it does come up as Pixie's channel actually, but I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I've only got the one channel. I mean, more on coping with that with the one channel without having another one. But same as he said, he sort of didn't want to, you know, he wants to put his own content and everything up on the Pixies channel, but he wanted to concentrate, like download copyright-free music, etc. So he created a second channel. I mean, there's nothing untowards about it. He didn't sort of create it for any other reason that just the fact that he wanted to keep it separate from his main channel. You know, I'm going to rebuild the front end with solid wheels. No more blowouts. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's just the explanation by that. And so yeah, he you know, that's basically the story behind that. And we went on Kate's channel last night, and boy did we laugh. Actually, Pixie was sat in the corner and we're like nearly wetting himself because he was laughing that much. You know what I mean? She got a friend of hers that were on, and I think he was a little bit. And you know, we were. Well, I'll just give you an outline of the sort of the conversation, how we ended up. We ended up on about Prince Albert's. I mean, I don't know whether anybody else in the chat knows what a Prince Albert is, but we got round to that conversation. And the guy didn't know what a Prince Albert was. Yeah, now I've lost my ute to the flood water. I'm going to have to build a new electric vehicle to drive to it. Well, you see, this is it. You know, until you get your insurance and everything sorted out, you know, you're stumped as means of transportation. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, obviously RC Dude knows what a Prince Albert is, but this guy, I mean, I don't know whether it was because he, you know, we'd had a few vinos or whatever. But we were sort of there. I ended up having to Google it and read out to him the translation of what it was. Nothing wrong with an earring, yeah. But honestly,
Funny earring.
Yeah. Pixie was in the corner and he was like literally wetting himself because we explained it to him first time, and then a bit later on it got mentioned again. Then he kept saying, tell me again what a Prince Albert is. You know, we were absolutely, you know, yeah, we're absolutely wetting ourselves. But yeah, you know, he were a right character. And then sort of Equinox were making Irish jokes because obviously, well, Kate's Irish and this Patrick were Irish. Oh, they're right ta-ta with that. As you girls do get round to talking about knobs, well, but anyway, I don't know how the conversation, Stripy Shirt Gang, we're just on about Prince Albert's, Kate, you know, and Patrick, and how many times did we have to tell him what a Prince Albert was? Yeah, Nick was funny. But it's like this, Kate, same as I said to Chris last night. Not everybody can get Nick's sense of humour, only people that know him. You know what I mean? But yeah. And, you know, it were as funny as anything. I nicknamed him Prince. But, yeah. Bubba says a Prince Albert is a can of cigarettes. But and then he went sort of more into depth about it. And, you know, when asking sort of, who were it named after? I mean, the clue is in the name. You know what I mean?
It was named after Wendy.
Hiya, Penelope, how are you? Yeah, we couldn't stop laughing. I have never, yeah, it does me as well, RC do. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, you not being awful, but I think can one person be, you know what I mean? Were it named after someone, you know? Yeah, the clue is in the name. I mean, we were sort of blaming the fact that it had a couple of Enos or more than a couple of Enos, you know what I mean? Hiya, Kieran, how are you?
Well done for winning the video of the week, if you didn't know.
Well, yeah, Kate says named after Queen Victoria. Well, I can't say as they have Scotsman and Asia, you know what I mean? But it was just a conversation. We you know, we never stopped laughing, and some of the things that they were coming out with, I don't know whether, I mean, Kate will, you know, Kate knows him better than anyone. You know, is he just normally that thick, or were it just sort of the, you know, the vino talking, if you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And same as Kate says, he loves a debate, you know, discussing politics and whatnot, you know what I mean? It would defo the wine. I mean, same as I say, Kate knows him better than anybody else, you know. Is he sort of like normally that thick, or is it, were it just the fact that he'd had a few vinos, you know what I mean? And yeah, I agree with Pixie, it was so funny. I mean, even now my eyes is like watering, just laughing about it. But well, we're chatting about, I mean, Inquisitive Moments is a very good friend of mine, Kate. She's an Irish girl. I highly recommend that you go and support her. But she did like a 4-hour live stream last night, and she got a friend of hers, you know, fellow Irishman, and sort of a throwaway comment. I don't know how we come about discussing it, but we got on the topic of Prince Albert. You know, oh, that Rip, I know how it came about, right? Yeah, I bought a picture of a Pierce cucumber up, like basically a graphic you know, of what a Prince Albert was. I mean, a bit further down the page, there was actually not a cartoon version of a Prince Albert, but I thought, well, I'll just put the cucumber one up. He'll get the gist. But yeah, how it came about, Equinox Photography put a joke up about why do women have the belly buttons pierced? And he says, somewhere to hang the air freshener on. So that sort of what got the ball rolling about Prince Albert. So I couldn't think where how the conversation started, but it came to me. Yeah, Nick put a joke up about that was funny as well, Kate. It's sort of been effing and jeffing most of the live stream, and then sort of after about 2 or 3 hours, he went, "Oops!" He says, "Am I allowed to swear?" You know, that was another funny moment. You know, we'd been effing and jeffing it most of the live stream, and then asked Kate if it were all right if he swore. But yeah. Oh, same as I say, Kieran, who is Abandoned City Camo, go and support Inquisitive Moments. That's whose live stream it was last night. Sorry about this. Kate was a bit nervous at going live on her own because she's just recently had a baby. So she hadn't live streamed or anything for quite a while because she was ill during all the way through her pregnancy. So she was a bit nervous about going live after such a long time. So she says, would you come up on the panel with me? So, of course, you know, I said yes. But yeah, I mean, Pixie says it were 4 hours, but it seemed like, you know, because we were sat there laughing majority of the time. And I'm not kidding you, Crimson Fantasy was on the panel. And I don't think I've ever seen him blush, but he were going, his cheeks were rosy. He were blushing that much. And that, you know, that's saying something when you're seeing Crimson Fantasy blush. So, so there you go, Kate. You've got another supporter there. Abandoned City. I mean, because it's such a long name. His name's Kieran, by the way, Kate. So yeah. But yeah, it's not same as. I mean, he were asking sort of about what I did, because Kate was telling him that I did the coffee morning 3 days a week and I do baking vlogs, etc. I'm actually situated in South Yorkshire, but I'm originally from Nottinghamshire. But yeah, you know, it's you know, she was telling him that I did a coffee morning and I do baking vlogs, etc. Hiya, Alex, how are you? You know, and I don't think anything was sinking in, to be quite honest with you. Oh, you get, I would have thought the rain would have stopped by now, choppers. And then, I mean, everyone that knows, I did say when I got to 1.5k, we're doing a giveaway. Yeah, I'm originally from Nottinghamshire, but I live in South Yorkshire at the moment. I mean, we had a meet-up with some fellow YouTubers in July of last year, June, July. And just for a bit of fun, because I do baking vlogs, etc., I decided to make some shortbread, but just, you know, I'm not far from Sheffield this week. Ooh, well, we always in, as you know.
Pop in for a coffee.
Yeah. So just, you know, my sense of humour, I decided to make some penis-shaped cookies. So, yeah. So anyway, I went on Amazon. I ordered some off Amazon with edibles, yeah. You know, and I decorated them and everything. But it was just my sense of humour, just my, you know, hi Bella, how are you? So I ordered a set off Amazon. It wait till, you know, you've paid for them and everything, and it says they can't be delivered till such and such a date. Well, that was going to be too late for the meetup. So then I went to another website, did the same again. So, you know, paid for them. I mean, they're not massively expensive. So I ordered another set, and then when it comes through as an email, they weren't going to be delivered till after. Well, anyway, Pixies, oh, you've got on the big telly. Pixies got Amazon Prime. Obviously, as you know, if you're on Amazon Prime, you can get things next day. So I kept saying, you're not ordering them on, you know, on my Amazon Prime, blah, blah, blah. So I waited for him to go out, and I ordered them on his Amazon Prime. I thought, well, what I don't know, not hurt him. Anyway, I got them the next day. So the short and tall of the conversation was, I've got 2 spare sets. So they are going to be a giveaway. I'm going to give 2 sets of penis cookie cutters away. Yes, you get. Yeah, well, I mean, same as I says, you know, we've got to speculate to accumulate. I waited while he went out and I ordered them anyway. So, but I mean, my attitude is it don't matter what shape the cookies are. The cookies at the end of the day, you know, they're just a novelty thing, you know. So yeah. I mean, I don't know whether I'll have a lot of response to the giveaway. I mean, it's something that could come in handy as a sort of icebreaker at parties. You know, but hey ho, it's a giveaway, and you're getting something for nothing, albeit the penis cookie cutters. So there you go. So yeah, so I'm going to wait to see, because obviously you know what YouTube's like, and the sub counts go up and down. I'm just going to give it a few weeks till I know. Oh no, I mean, I only reached 1,500 yesterday, Bella. So same as I was just saying, you know, I'm going to wait a week or so to see, you know, because sometimes you lose 4 or 5. Oh, okay. What have I told you? I mean, yeah, I'm overwhelmed. You know, Kate, I keep telling you not to do that. You know, you've got 2 lovely young girls to, you know, she says it wasn't me.
Sarah.
Yeah, did Sarah press it by mistake? I don't know whether I'll get much response to it, but I mean, Bella knows and Kate knows. I ain't got a lot of money to give away. I can't afford a lot, so I've got
to the card details and press enter.
Yeah, I mean, Scotsman in nature. I mean, I only started my YouTube channel like 2 years in July. I never thought I'd get to 1K, and here I am. Just put down you, Sarah. I never thought I'd get to 1K, never mind 1.5K and monetize. What, from my point of view, it's beyond my wildest dreams, you know what I mean? Okay then, choppers. I mean, I can, I mean, now you're actually on okay then, but sorry. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate you coming in and you know, coming in and celebrating me 1.5K. So yeah, choppers, Kate's on Messenger. If you wanted to messenger and do it privately, obviously, you know. I awake it, RC. How are you? Thank you for coming in and thank you for the congratulations. Well, take a look, Scotsman in Asia. I mean, you know, it's all right me sitting in saying, yeah, my baking videos is good, but you know, just take a look and make your own, your own mind up. So I mean, that's the only thing I can suggest. Thank you, Bella. I mean, and everybody knows I am very humble, you know what I mean? I can't afford a lot, you know, to give away as a giveaway. Ooh, I'm gonna bash you one, Kate. And that's me getting all masterful there. Stop donating or I'm gonna have to come to Ireland and smack your bum. Oh, it's hard getting ingredients. You see, I made one yesterday. I filmed it, but it hasn't been published yet. And I am actually doing another one. She says now both kids are at it. So I forgot my train of thought now. I forgot. Oh yeah, I did a vlog yesterday. Well, filmed it and made it. Spiced apple cake. I can highly recommend it. And I'm actually doing another one later, but it's only like a simple one. It's chocolate chip cookie shortbread. Simple. So I have got the ingredients as well for some more cookies a bit later on in the week. They're chocolate cookies, but they're dipped in white chocolate. So yeah. Oh. So yeah, you know, quite a few vlogs being filmed. The spiced apple cake one will go up tomorrow. The cookies one will probably go up Thursday. In the meantime, I'm doing well, I'll tell you what the actual name of it, what the actual name of it is. It says chocolate chip shortbread cookies. So these is the one that I'm going to make a bit later on. So it's basically, you know, your basic ingredients: butter, sugar, flour, vanilla extract and chocolate chips, but it's made like to the shortbread recipe. So there you go. Right. And then this is the others that I was talking about. Easy chop, dip and drizzle cookies. The ones they like actually chocolate cookies drizzled in white chocolate. Well, half of them are drizzled in white chocolate and the other half are dipped in white chocolate. So yeah, they're another one that I'm going to be doing in the week. I've got quite a few, and yes, Kieran, I did download the school dinners fudge tart one as well, so that's another one. So yeah, these is a few that I've downloaded. Apple crumble cake, luxury millionaire shortbread, white chocolate brownies, lemon syrup cake, and obviously the one school dinners fudge tart. And I downloaded a gluten-free lemon drizzle. So there you go. They just but a few that are in the pipeline. Hiya, Paddy man, how are you? I am going to seriously have to have a word with you, Miss Kate. And that's me waving my lighter at you. He says you're killing me. I'm diabetic. But yeah, Bella, I mean, it's been terrible flooding in. No, the one that is Kieran of Abandon. He wanted me to do the fudge tart one, and I actually found a site that specifically, you know, was for school dinners. Well, not for school dinners, but you know, Kieran was saying, oh, when I were at school, you know, we had fudge tart, you know what I mean? But it's basically like short crust pastry base, and it's like a custardy middle, and then sprinkled with chocolate. That's it. So, but you see, I mean, this is one that specifically, you know, for people to make, because obviously Kieran said when he were at school he enjoyed the fudge tart, etc. For people that enjoyed the school dinners, and you know, there's recipes galore on there. So, so yeah, you know. Yeah, Wakey RC says favourite start. You see, Kieran run about you know, chocolate custard and things like that, you know. But yeah, I mean, if anybody asks, you know, like Kate many moons ago, asked me about the red velvet cake, you know, I did that. If anybody, if I took them inside the freezer, will it be defrosted by dinner time? Probably not in this weather. I mean, if it were a bit warmer, yeah, I'd say that. But, you know, no. I mean, like I've got some some diced beef in the freezer. Pixie wanted me to make a meat and potato pie, but I'm trying to get ahead with the vlogs and everything, and I ain't had a chance to take it out. And I meant to sort of take it out before I went to bed last night, and I forgot. So I thought, well, it's no good taking it out now because it not be defrosted for later on. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's if it had been a bit warmer, I'd have said yes. But like, obviously, it's not fantastically warm or anything. But I'd say if you, I mean, it all depends. Did you take it out first thing? You know, blah blah blah. How long's it been out of the freezer? You know. But if you've only just took it out, you know, I would say no.
Ow.
But yeah, I mean, it's if I'm sort of planning on doing something the next day, I always Chopper says nuke it, Kate. But you see, I mean, I'm a little bit old-fashioned. I mean, it's all right, you know, putting it in the microwave to defrost, but I find it's not the same. But you see, Wakey says my gran used to do meat and potato pie in a big. Well, you see what I do. I've got like some big like oval roasting dishes, and what I do is my diced beef. I put it in my slow cooker because I've got a slow cooker. So I chop an onion up in with it. Sometimes I might add a few mushrooms, but I slow cook it. Sort of first, I put it on first thing. And I slow cook it, so you know it's like got that consistency. It's dropping to pieces. So a bit later on, I cut my potatoes up into like cubes, boil them, pour them in the dish, and then I spoon the diced beef after I've thickened it over the top, and then just put a short crust, you know, pastry topping on it. Oh, so you've not got any way of getting out. So basically, you're stranded. In other words, Choppers. Yeah. Well, you see, it's one of Pixies' favourites. But yeah, it's like, I mean, I make stew and dumplings mostly in the winter months. I made the shepherd's pie. You know what I mean? It's something that firm favourites, spag bowl, you know, things like that. You know what I mean? Oh, they're gonna drop food into you this week. That's good then, Choppers. At least you're sort of not stranded completely, and obviously, you know, no food, no water. You know, so where you are, you're relatively safe then. So I mean, Kieran Choppers was in Kate's last night, and he was saying like he'd lost his ute to the flood water. A lot of his power tools are gone. You know what I mean? It's oh, you made butter chicken. That sounds delicious. But you see, like meat and potato pie, and it's like an English favourite. You know what I mean? So I mean, well, that's it. I mean, well, you see, this is the mentality of some people, Kieran. You know, they've sort of got to be putting themselves in danger and, you know, pushing things a bit too far. I mean, I'd just be happy just to be safe, just to be, you know, same as Chopper said, you know, I'm safe, my family's safe, my pets are safe. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? So they're going and standing on dam and looking at all the carnage it's creating. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, well, you see that's the problem, isn't it, Choppers? When something like that happens, you know, they take advantage of other people's misery. You know what I mean?
See you later.
So yeah, okay then, Wakey. See you later. You know what I mean? And this is what makes me mad. They're taking advantage of other people's misery. You know, looting people's asses, just taking advantage that the fact that you've had a catastrophe, you're flooding and everything. It's sort of, when you think, it's one of them light bulb moments when I'll go and loot somebody's house today and nick all this stuff. You know what I mean? It just confounds me how people can be so cruel. Yeah, I agree, but you know what I mean. It's horrible when you've got people that stoop so low as to go looting other people's houses. In face it, I mean, it's one of them situations, Choppers, where as a town, you should be uniting and coming together and saying, well, is Mrs. So and so all right at number so and so, or you should be looking out for one another and making sure everybody's all right, that the elderly aren't being cut off, and make sure they've got plenty of food, make sure that they're warm, etc., etc. That's sort of what I'd do. You know what I mean? I'd just make sure that everybody's all right. I won't give it a second thought of thinking, oh well, I'll go and nick everybody's stuff while they're not in, or while they've gone somewhere else. You know what I mean? I mean, that wouldn't even enter my mind. I'll be there making sure everybody's all right and everybody's safe. But same as we've said, not everybody's like that, are they? It's a case of, and I'm a big believer, Chopper, in karma. So, what goes around comes around. I helped someone fish a car out of the water yesterday, and some a-hole stole my new shoes. Oh my! I can't believe some people. Honestly, I can't believe someone actually stole your shoes. I mean, that's the lowest of the low. And same as I say, I believe in karma. So what goes around comes around. Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless you're the same size as Chopper, I mean, we all know Chopper's a big guy, you know what I mean? Unless you're same.
But he's got a size bloody 18 feet.
Yeah, unless unless you've got same size feet as Choppers. I mean, what's point is nicking your shoes in first place? You know what I mean? But it's like, same as Chris has just said, yeah. You know what I mean? We all know Choppers is a big guy, and and I mean, even in my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine saying, "Oh well, he's out there rescuing somebody's car from the floodwater. Oh look, there's a pair of shoes there. Wonder if they're my size." You know what I mean? It wouldn't even enter my mind. But But yeah, I mean, the mentality of some people these days, you just can't fathom the mentality of it. I mean, you're oh yeah, you were saying last night, Choppers, about the fire. But you know, it's the same as I've said. I mean, it's like in the face of adversity, help one another. But yeah, somebody helped you, all right. They nicked off with your shoes. Hi, Art by Nicole. How are you? And thank you very much. Yeah, this is what we're saying. I mean, Chris says that Chopper's got size 13. How can anybody possibly benefit from size 13 shoes? You know what I mean? It's not as if they're going to... You just can't understand the mentality of it. I mean, it's a pair of shoes, for God's sake. You're not going to sort of flog them on eBay and get millions of pounds for them, are you? Well, you see, this is what we're saying, Bella. You can't understand, you know. I mean, it's the mentality of it. Yeah, Pixies just come up with a good question. If you found a wallet or a purse in the street full of money, would you keep the money and hand the wallet in, or would you hand the lot in?
Hand the lot in.
But you know what I mean? It's hi Keith, how are you? Just laughing at RC dude. He said he probably couldn't believe the size of the shoes. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's, and there's Choppers doing his good deed and helping somebody, you know, pull the car out, and someone nicks off with his shoes. I mean, it's like me. I mean, let's say somebody's been walking in front of me and they've dropped a fiver on floor. I'd say, you know, I'm one of these. Hi, Christo. I'd say, excuse me, you've dropped a fiver on floor. You know what I mean? I won't sort of say nothing and just pick it up and stick it in my pocket. I'd sort of, excuse me, you've dropped a fiver on floor. You know what I mean? But that's just you know, that's difference in people. I mean, somebody, you know, yeah, that's exactly right. What Bella says, if you hand it in and nobody claims it, it's yours anyway. Thank you. Yeah. Well, this is it. You know, I mean, it's same as Chopper's just said, shoes he can replace. It's his power tools that he can't. I mean, he's lost his but that's covered by the insurance, but the power tools aren't. So, you know, it's a case of, you know, I couldn't live with my conscience anyway. If, you know, yeah, exactly. I mean, Bella knows, and probably, you know, more than myself and Bella, and you know, we ain't got a lot of money. We can't go out splashing, you know, and I'd be heartbroken if, you know, if I lost my purse. And I'd like to think that, I mean, I know it's probably 99% of the time people would just pick it up, take the money, and then throw it away. So, but you see, the same as Bella says, it might be somebody's food money or all the money they have. And I'm going to tell you a story now. I mean, this is going back some years because my lad's nearly 33 this year. when they were about 14 or 15, I mean, this is how long I'm going by, a friend of his did a paper round. Now, he was going on holiday, and he'd asked my eldest lad to do the paper round while he were on holiday that week. Now, it weren't a lot of money in them days. I think it was only about £7. Hiya, Emma, how are you? So he got up, I think, either 5 or 5:30 every morning. Thank you, Emma. 5 or 5:30 to go and do this paper round before he went to school. Now, that included the Saturday morning. So anyway, he went to the paper shop to collect his papers, and the guy at the paper shop paid him £7, a £5 note and whatever. So anyway, he went out on his paper round, and he came home, and he was absolutely heartbroken. He was absolutely heartbroken. And I kept saying, "What's up? Has somebody, you know, attacked you?" Or and he says, "Well, somewhere along the paper route," he says, "I'd put the £5 note and whatever in my pocket." He says, "I've just come to take it out." He says, "and the £5 note's gone." And have I missed Dennis? Hi, Dennis, if I missed you. And he were heartbroken. He'd been getting up at 5 o'clock every day for £7, more or less, like less than £1 a day. And they were absolutely heartbroken. So I weren't with Pixie at the time. It was my ex-husband. So anyway, me and his dad got his coats on and his shoes on, and we went looking. So kept saying, "Well, where were the most recent place that you delivered your newspapers?" So we went that road. I were one side, his dad were other, and my son were sort of somewhere in between. So anyway, we're looking, and we're sort of eyes glued to the ground looking for this fiver that it might come out, that had come out his pocket. So anyway, about 5 minutes into it, he comes running down. He says, "We can go home now." I says, "Why? Have you found it?" He says, "No, but I found a £20 note." So he'd lost a fiver and found £20. And this is my belief in, in karma. This is why I believe so much in karma. He was absolutely heartbroken that he'd lost a fiver, but somebody were looking down on him. And same as I say, he lost 5 and gained 20. So, it's and that's the moral behind the story. I mean, karma as a way of, what goes around comes around. Obviously, he'd done something right because he lost 5 and gained 20. I hope you're feeling better soon, Emma.
I'll be round with baby oil later.
Yeah. Oh, bless her. I mean, that is it. That's horrible. What's happening to you, Nicole? I mean, it's like here. I mean, we're all a community. Chopper said it'd just be my luck. I'd lose 20 and find 2. But you see, this is what I'm saying. All good deeds are rewarded. You know what I mean? It's it must have only been about 14 or 15 then at the time, and he was absolutely heartbroken that he'd lost his £5, and he'd worked so hard all week getting up at, it was heartbreaking to see him, and that's the moral behind the story, is you don't know when you know, it's karma. You know what I mean? You do good deeds and it'll reward you. Oh, thank you, Witch on Wheels. Yeah, I got to 1.5k yesterday, and but you've got to look at it like this, choppers. The only way is up. You know, you hit rock bottom, but you have to get back up, and you know, how can I put it? I'm trying to think of the quote. You know, you look adversity in the face and say, right, you know, you're not going to beat me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to come back twice as strong. You know what I mean? You've got to. And I always say these things are sent to challenges. So she's put shoot. I need a shovel. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, you know, it's. Oh, okay then. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Witch on Wheels. I do appreciate everybody that comes in, and we're just trying to say, you know, karma has got a way of rewarding them that, you know, both bad and good. Let's just say. Hiya, Sue. How are you? Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, exactly, Bella. I agree with you. You know, I mean, you might feel heartbroken, but you know, you've got to look on the bright side. It's not always going to be like this, and you know, it's a case of I can't say you dust yourself off and you know, but it's. And I'm a firm believer in what don't kill you makes you stronger. But that's just one, you know, you know what I mean? And that's one of the sayings, that what don't kill you makes you stronger. And I do believe that. You know, I've had some dire moments, you know. We've all been there, we've all, you know. You know what I mean? It's just keep that smile on your face, just be positive, and smile in the face of adversity. You know, that's basically my message. You've got to smile in the face of adversity. Oh, see you later, Witch on Wheels, and I hope you get somewhere. But I can't speak now. Rest. But yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody that's faced challenges know what I'm talking about. You've got to smile in the face of adversity and say, well, look, I'm strong, I can do this. Just Pixie to make a joke of it. It says defo chops or leave your shoes on. But you see, that is absolutely bonkers. You know what I mean? It's like me coming upon Chopper's shoes. I mean, I'm only a size 7 and 8 at the most. Can you imagine me nicking Chopper's shoes? They'd be like boats on me. So how can anybody get any benefit out of size 13 shoes? You see, this is the thing. It's not like, you know, the Jack standard size shoe. You know, Chopper's got big feet. She's a size 13. You'd be lucky to get anybody. Well, I was going to say in Australia with that size feet, but you know, that's pushing it a bit. But you know what I mean? Can you imagine? There's not many people in the vicinity of where Choppers lives that's got size 13 feet. Come on, let's, you know. Yeah, but what we're saying is, Baz, Choppers, they've had flooding in Australia, and he's took his shoes off to help pull somebody's car out of the water. And while he was in there, somebody's nicked off with his shoes. You know, what's the chances of anybody else in Townsville in Australia, where he comes from, having size 13 shoes? You know what I mean? It's there's not a lot. I know it, you know, as a whole, the world, there's probably millions got size 13 shoes, but what's the chances of anybody that's living in the vicinity of Choppers got size 13 shoes? No, your standard for a bloke is about a 9. Standard for a woman is 7, 8. You know what I mean? Don't come. Hi, Carla, how are you? Don't even come near a size 13. You know what? Did they steal them because they wanted to paddle down road in his size 13 shoes? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, Choppers. You just hope that they needed them more than you did. I mean, but you see, the mentality of people nowadays is probably just stolen for fun. You know, because you took your shoes off and gone in to rescue the car. You know what I mean? They just probably just did it a laugh. I mean, you don't understand the mentality of some people, do you? That they do these things just for laughs. You know, not that you've worked hard for that dollar that's bought them shoes in the first place. We see some of these people don't think they could have just done it for a laugh, or will nick off with, you know what I mean? We'll just nick off with his shoes while he's in rescuing somebody's car just for heck of it. You know what I mean? I can't understand that mentality. Yeah, I agree with you there, Sue. There are some crazy people out there. You know, and when all's said and done, because somebody's nicked off with his shoe, Chopper's got to go out and buy a new pair now if the floods ever subside. So now, not making a joke of it, Chopper's having to walk around barefoot because somebody's nicked his shoes. Oh, Chopper says they've cut his hours back to 4 hours, 3 days a week. You see, you know, you were doing really, really, really well. You know what I mean? And I mean, I suppose you know, it's there again. You know, hopefully things will get better for you. You see, this is what I'm saying, Art by Nicole. You know, they probably just did it for the fun of it. You know, they were there. Hey, oh, we'll nick off with Chopper's shoes. You know what I mean? Not thinking of the consequences. Not enough work. Oh. But yeah. You know, not everybody's got the same morals as us, you know. You know, I mean, good, kind people get rewarded. That's, you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Kind, good people do get rewarded. And I am a strong believer in karma, and what goes around comes around. I mean, hopefully, yeah, it is a latte, so I mean, hopefully they'll wear them and trip up and break, and you know, their arm or something. You know what I mean? But you know, yeah, to take it, yeah, I'm of the same thing, Nicole. You know, Choppers is doing a good deed. He's helping someone get the car out of the floodwater, and then while he's in there, you know, they've nicked off with his shoes. Well, this is it, Chopper. Same as I say, you've already lost like your power tools, you've lost your Ewart, and then to top it off, somebody's nicked your shoes as well. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's unbelievable the length some people will stoop to. You know, that's all I'm saying. And I'm with you on that one, Sue. I mean, I do believe in karma, and my saying is, what goes around comes around. So yeah, and
you don't want any of this on your live stream, do you?
that's the cake I made yesterday. It's all right, Pixies just nicking a piece while. So yeah, that's the spiced apple cake that I made yesterday. Vlog.
It's horrible. Nobody did like it.
The vlog will be going up tomorrow at some point. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's what goes around comes around, and you know, another saying is, I hope it were worth it. Yeah, it's spiced apple cake. Got sultanas and apple, and obviously apple in it. But like before you put it in the oven, I mean, it's already got like soft brown sugar in the recipe. But before you put it in the oven, you sprinkle like unrefined demerara sugar over the top, and it's got a lovely, like, crunchy crust type, not a crust, but you know, with sprinkling the sugar on before it actually goes in the oven, it's like a very crispy, crunchy, you know. Okay then, Emma, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, exactly, Bella, and I agree with you. Yeah, Kieran's put it is like a crackled glaze. It's like a crunchy coating, let's just say. That's it. I mean, Choppers, I mean, at least it's give you the time to get things finished, what you've started and not been able to finish while you've been working. But yeah, I agree, Bella. Wheels of justice turn slowly. Eventually they will get the comeuppance. I agree with you. I mean, and I sort of know how you're feeling, Emma, because I'm going to admit something here. I felt that crap on Friday. I was in my pajamas and my dressing gown all day, and I lay on the sofa and I never moved all day. That's how crap I felt Friday. Yeah, but you see, same as I say, I saw that, and it honestly, it's absolutely delicious. I mean, you'd think like Callum is more into the, you know, the sweeter cakes. But I cut a piece. I mean, they were that eager, they were that chomping at the bit last night when I made it.
Who was?
Not just me.
You were one that
because you put mixed spice in it and you put 2 tablespoons in. And I'm not kidding you. And then this is not me just bragging here. JDS. The aroma of the mixed spice, after it come out, it were to die for. You can imagine the aroma in the house of this. You could smell the spices in it, and it were absolutely, we couldn't wait, basically. You know, so when I cut into it, you could actually still see the, you know, the steam coming off it because it hadn't cooled down 100%. Well, this is it, choppers. I mean, you know what I mean? That would be moral behind the story with my son. He lost a £5, but he found 20 quid. You know what I mean? That was the moral of the story. You know, you never know. But yeah, like Kate, to say it's like a fruit cake, I didn't think that Callum, you know, oh, it's got fruit in it, it's got sultanas, it's got apples in it. You know what I mean? But I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but I would say to everyone, once the vlog's up, I always put the ingredients in it and the description, you know, how to make it, etc., etc. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that were absolutely disgusting.
It is absolutely phenomenal.
I did enjoy that one.
I mean, the smell and the taste is out of this world.
Gorgeous.
You know what I mean? That's, you know, and I'm there again, I'm saying I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I do highly recommend it. And that's one of the reasons why in the description, I always put the ingredients and the how to make it and everything, because I like to think that people have watched my vlogs and thought, yeah, I can make that. I'm going to make that in a little while.
It's like when you were doing it, I said to you, there's a lot of bloody ingredients in that. We know why now, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even Chris, like when he were filmed, because obviously Chris films it while I'm making it, and he went, seems a lot of ingredients there, you know what I mean? But it's the end result, you know what I mean? And same as I say, it's not very often we get excited about things that I bake. Well, when I say not excited, but you know what I mean? But it was just the smell, the aroma of the spices, and you know what I mean? We couldn't wait any longer. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be making some chocolate chip shortbread cookies later on. There again, simple enough to make. Just make it like a shortbread recipe, chuck some chocolate chips in, and voila. I like to think that when I do my baking vlogs, I do something that when people are watching it, they'll say, oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, you know, they're easy enough to do. I'll you know what I mean?
Bye, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole. You know, and I look at it this way. If one person messages me or leaves a comment, I'm going to try this later, then I've done my job right. That I know that people have thought, yeah, I can do that. And that gives me satisfaction to think that people have seen my vlog. They thought, right, yeah, I can do that. Write the ingredients down. I'll go and get the ingredients. I'll have a bash at that. And that's the reason why I do it. You know, I'm not one of these that bake these fancy cakes and, you know, I'll put all the fancy decorations on, you know. Oh. It's going up then, chops. 2,041 views. Yeah, we see this as the thing. I mean, when it were Callum's birthday, I says, well, for a change, I says, I think you can make, because I made my own birthday cake, just made a chocolate Victoria sandwich, decorated it, you know, jobs are good. And anyway, when it was Callum's birthday, I said to him, right, for a change, you can make it. I says, I don't know how to. I says, the simple. I says, you just chuck all the ingredients in the bowl, whip it up, bang it in the oven, job done. You know what I mean? Yeah. And as Pixies just said, chuck it in, mix it up, and boom, there you go. But this is one of the things where this is why I make simple recipes. You know, I like to think that people can follow what I do and say, yeah, I've made that, you know, and then I've done my job correctly. You know what I mean? And it's that's just the person I am. You know, I don't I do it because we love a baking, and the fact that I want to share my love of baking with everybody else. You know, and for somebody that don't bake all that often. I am Magnetic G, how are you? That you know, that loves getting people to love baking as much as what I do. I mean, it was like yesterday. Got up. Thank you very much, George. Thank you, Asgard. Thank you very much. I got up. First of all, I made a lemon drizzle. Then I did. I made a jam sponge for dessert after we'd had Sunday lunch. And then I did the vlog a bit later on. So I baked actually baked 3 times yesterday. But the jam sponge, it was a one that you can microwave. I mean, I keep saying I'm going to vlog it, but it's that simple, you know. Anyone can do it. You know, you put all the ingredients in a bowl, you just grease a bowl, chuck a couple of tablespoons of jam in, put the mixture on top, put it in the microwave. There you go. A dessert for after Sunday lunch. You know, it's that simple. You see the mistake I made. I ordered the shopping and we had the shopping delivered on Sunday, on Saturday, and it went till sort of when the shopping were delivered. I went, oh crap! I forgot to order a dessert for after Sunday lunch. Well, ask God, you've just missed Pixies. I did a spiced apple cake yesterday. Pixies just bought a piece in, shown it to everyone, and then went over there and proceeded to eat it.
It's gone.
Yeah, it has gone. Oh, JDS is only wants 17 more. 1,500. Yeah. In no uncertain terms, yes.
Sorry, Asgard.
It says miserable swine. Yeah, yeah. But, excuse me, that made me laugh. Made me laugh that much. She's choking me. Yeah, basically we're all sat there with bated breath because you put mixed spice in it, and the aroma of the mixed spice, it was absolutely and we couldn't wait. Basically, when I cut into it, there were like still steam coming off it, so it still hadn't like cooled down. But we were like that chomping at the bit to try it, that it was still warm actually when we ate it. So you know, but it were just that. I mean, you think spiced apple cake, you know, just got apples and sultanas in it. But the fact of the matter is, you know, same as I say, before it went in the oven, you sprinkle demerara sugar over the top and it comes out with like a crunchy crust on it. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can describe it. You know, it was simple, yet it were, I'm not kidding you, Asgard, it were absolutely delicious. To say that, like, the, you know, the ingredients in it were apples and sultanas, you know. Oh, Asgard, George is only 231 away from 1K. Wow. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be published tomorrow. Pix filmed it yesterday, and we'll be filming another one later on, chocolate chip shortbread cookies. So, you know, I mean, I peeled and cored the apples, and then it says, you know, chop them finely, and I thought, you know what I'm like, sod it. I pour them in the processor. Hiya, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Granddad's in.
I put it in the processor, but I sort of just did it in quick spurts, so it sort of, because you know what food processors do. I didn't want to it be like a puree, let's just say. I just wanted it just enough so it were like chopped up, but not a puree.
I like how what?
So basically, I put like a few pieces in at a time, just put it on like quick spurts, so it chopped it up sufficiently, but not enough to make it like a puree. So there you go. That's another sort of little snippet of my wisdom. You know, I didn't want it. I couldn't be bothered to sit there with knife and chopping it up by hand. I just chucked it in the processor, quick spurts, chopped it sufficiently, but not quite pureed it. Well, what I'm saying is, you know, like applesauce type of thing, that consistency. I didn't want it going like that. So, I mean, everything, I explain everything in the vlog anyway. Just put it on quick, few short bursts, sufficiently to chop it up.
Oh, sounds good. That does, Asgard.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hiya, Steve. Thank you. Thank you. We were looking out for your live stream last night.
Yeah, where were you?
Yeah. We kept looking out for you. Did you decide at the last minute? Yeah. Asgard says the cottage pie will be in the book. That's good.
Carolyn.
Hiya, Carolyn. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Me and some other magnet fishers pulled a motorbike out of the river on Saturday, and police were called, and they traced the owner, and he came and fetched it. Wow. So obviously there again, I mean, it's another situation of somebody nicked it and thought it were fun just to ditch it in the river.
Yeah, that's what they do, innit?
So Chopper says he's on the same diet as you. He's on a seafood diet.
Gotta see it and eat it.
Yeah, seafood and eat it. I've just got to, as we say, wet the whistle a little bit. Well, I mean, there's one thing I can say, Choppers. At least you've still got your sense of humour. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it's a case of if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And oh, it's all right. I'm a little bit just adjusting myself. And only thing I'll say is, Choppers, I hate to see grown men cry. So just keep your chin up. You know, bigger and better things are coming your way. Yeah, same as I say, I mean, Choppers lives in Townsville in Australia. They've had the flash floods. I mean, the dams burst, and he's lost his ute. He's lost several of his power tools, and it was rescuing somebody else's vehicle, and some low life nicked his shoes as well. So while it was in rescuing somebody's vehicle, some low life nicked his shoes. But you know, we've sort of just been talking about it earlier on. Choppers is not a little bloke. He's got size 13 feet. You know.
Got twice size mine.
You know, what could anybody possibly gain from nicking a pair of size 13 shoes? And that's all, you know, madness really. So so yeah, you know, that's the same as we were saying earlier on. That's exactly what I've said, RC dude. You know, it's keep smiling, because things can only get better. You know, he's having a rough time of it lately. You know, his work's cut his hours down. You know, he's lost his ute to the floods. You know, he's lost a lot of his power tools, and someone stole his shoes. So basically, you know, you've had your bad luck for now, Choppers. It's onwards and upwards. You know, that's all I can say. So, aerial views and histories. Then you didn't answer sort of why you didn't go live last night. We're all sort of, well, we're in Inquisitive Moments live stream, but we're looking out for you going live. So are you poorly or? Choppers put, I will survive. You know, you were singing along. Exactly, RC dude, you know. Life balances out as well as the bad, you get the good. Hiya, Lucy, how are you?
Hello, Lucy.
So, you know, and as Monty Python says, always look on the bright side of life. Uh-huh. 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 Oh, George says he's just had a new subscriber.
Me.
Oh, yeah. DJ Pix in the Mix is Pixie, by the way.
Hello, George.
I was putting the word out all week. I was in Leeds yesterday for mine. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I remember you saying. Thank you, Dennis. You see, what it was, we was in Inquisitive. Oh, okay then, Sue. See you later. Thank you for coming in. We was on Inquisitive Moments, which is Keith's, and Keith came in, and obviously he went off to watch Sean at 9 o'clock, and he says, "Are you going to join us in Steve's later on?" And then sort of I kept looking on my phone. I kept saying, "It ain't gone live yet. It ain't gone live yet." But now I remember, I can remember you saying you weren't doing one this Sunday because you got your nephew's christening. I remember now. I'm good, thanks. Finally gone back to work, so it's easy to... Oh, that's it. You know, I did see the video where you were in the gym. You know, it's looks like you're getting your, you know, your life back on track. You know, you're back at work. You're going back to the gym, etc. Yeah, Chopper's magnetic G is George. He's a 12-year-old lad, but he cares about the environment. This is why he does the magnetic fishing thing. You know, they dredge the waterways for, same as I said, the rubbish that people throw in the water. You know, to me, a 12-year-old lad that is an inspiration to all the youngsters nowadays. You know, they're more bothered about their Xboxes and the social media and everything. But George goes out and he dredges well, can't say dredges, but, you know, goes out to the waterways, magnet fishing. Same as he said earlier on, he pulled a motorbike out the water. He's got a passion for the environment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I highly recommend that everybody goes and supports George, which is Magnetic G. He's only a 12-year-old lad. You know, well, you see, this is the thing. If you enjoy it, Lucy, then, you know, fair play to you. If you're enjoying what you're doing, then, you know, yeah. And I don't know whether Kieran was aware, but he's won the video thread of the week. The video with his explore of the church has been pinned to the top of the page for a week. So, yeah. Yeah, I think George will enjoy your channel, Choppers. You know, Choppers recycles things, let's just say. You know, it's surprising, you know, he made a fishing cart out of an old wheelchair. He has since dismantled it, but he's like building things out of, you know, recycled stuff, let's just say. I think it got 3, actually.
Yeah, I thought I got 2.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you said 3.
No, 2.
But you see, the thing is, I got my hand slapped last week because I WrestleMania. How are you?
I do WrestleMania.
I like everybody's that come in, that post links in the thread. Chris says, well, surely that's defeating object. He says, if you're going round liking every single one that's posted. I says, well, no, because I enjoy what people are posting, and I do like what people are posting. So I got told off. He says, well, next week, he says, you can only like one. So I got a telling off because I were liking everybody's that were posting. I were liking every single one. So, so I consider myself told off.
I'm trying to find it.
Well, that's a good idea, George.
Mm-hmm.
It says he's going to start making rusty sculptures of animals with all the stuff that he finds. That's a good idea, that is, George.
That's cracking. I'm here now.
God, it's your stream, you the boss. We see, Yeah, Asgard. It's my it's my sort of Facebook page, but you know, I got told off because you know, I find every single one of them videos that people are posting. But yeah, you know, I enjoy how can I put it? I like the variety of different things that people like. I mean, like last week, Glyn won it with the I forgot what it were now. I've been to bed since then. Glyn won it last week. You know, he's a photographer. You know, he's
media video.
Yeah, well, I know his YouTube name is Media Videos, but it's the varied content. You know what I mean? Like the other week, I nominated Pixie because he did a fantastic interview with Ken Aaron. You know, it weren't the same sort of format as what Eagle VP does, where he interviews them live. Chris records his questions, sends it to the other person, and then they film their answers.
I need to get back on that. I'm behind.
And actually Ken Aaron actually edited it and he put it together fantastically. I mean, he's done the same with DJM Films. He did that sort of video. It's an interview, but it's a different kind of interview. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, just ask to join Choppers. Just like, you know, ask to join, you answer 3 simple questions. Yes, you know, I mean, the first one is, have you got a YouTube channel? Which obviously you do. What do you expect to gain from the group? And your reason for joining? You know, 3 simple questions. You know what I mean? But it's a way. I mean, you could post your flood videos there. I mean, you never know if you join the group, you put it in the thread of the week. We do a thread of the week every week. You know, it's just you know, it's just if people like it, then they'll leave you. You see, we started off, we chose the thread of the week, but then, you know, we thought, well, it's not really fair. We choosing the thread of the week. Scott, but why do you want to join naked pictures of Pixie? Oh dear.
Viral that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I mean, Choppers has got some fantastic videos. I mean, he's filmed the floods and whatever. The same as he says, you know, he's had over 4,000 views on it. I think he said 4,000 views.
Wrong group. There's not the Facebook group of Pornhub.
But you know what I mean, and then sort of we came up with the idea of, well, we'll leave them there. We'll let people, you know, the people votes, and it's the one with the most likes. You know, obviously people's got you know, it you know, it encourages people to watch your videos. You know what I mean? Obviously, they've got to go and watch them to like them, if you know what I mean. You know, it's just getting your watch time. It's getting you, you know, it's interacting with other members of the group, you know. And same as I said, you know, it's the varied things that the members of the group do. You know, you've got Kieran who goes out, look, you know, abandoned places, you know. You know, it's the varied, you know, things in the group, what people do. I mean, obviously, you know, I bake, I cook, you know what I mean? Equinox Photography, he's like the joker of the group. He's like posting funny pictures. You know what I mean? It's, it's a varied group of people that enjoy other people's content. Yeah, I'm making no bones about it. I'm not as big as some Facebook groups, but it's what I like to think. It's a community where people from all different walks of life can come, like, people from Australia, people from Spain, wherever, you know what I mean? Hiya, Centroid, how are you? But yeah, like Canada, USA, you know what I mean? It's a variation of what people do in different countries, you know what I mean? So it's and if I can help one person attain what they want to attain, then I've done my job properly. You know what I mean? If just one person gains a couple of supporters, then I've done my job properly. You know what I mean? I just like helping other people. That's the short and tall of it. I like helping other people, and I always say that if you've got a problem, I mean, I can't say I can solve your problem, but I'm always in here to listen. And if needs be, a shoulder to cry on. You know what I mean? I mean, I had somebody. I mean, I can't say that I interact with them a lot, but someone messaged me and says, "Well, my dad's passed away. He don't get on with his family. What should I do? Should I go to his funeral or should I not go to his funeral? I don't want to go to his funeral and not talk to my family, etc., etc." And I just says, "Well, look, you've got to look at the bigger picture. You only get that one chance to say goodbye to him. If you don't, will you regret it?" You know what I mean? At least if you just go, pay your respects, leave quietly, just blend into the background, you know in your own mind that you've been to pay your respects. Don't care what anybody else thinks. Was that you went, you paid your respects, so don't live your life regretting it. Thank you very much, Centroid. I mean, Pixie was teasing everybody with a cake I made yesterday. The vlog will be going up tomorrow because I'm trying to sort of post vlogs on the days that I don't live stream. So I made a spiced apple cake yesterday. So Pixie came in with a piece and he was teasing everybody with it. But yeah, can't say, same as I say, I can't say that I can solve everybody's problems, but I'm here to offer advice, whatever it may be. And that's sort of just what I do. I offer, well, I can't say I offer advice. I always say, well, putting myself in that situation is what I'd do. Can't say as I can solve your problem, but some as I say, this guy messaged me and I just said to him, you only get that one chance to say goodbye. Will you regret it if you don't? And he says, you know what, you're right. So there you go. I mean, I offered advice to him, and I do know that he did go to his father's funeral. I don't know too much information about it, but it's it's all right. I'm just laughing at Centroid what he's put. Asgard Studios bringing my daughter for a road test today. Should she pass, I will stay off the streets of New York for a bit. That's not very nice. You know what I mean? It's but I'm sort of person, you know, I mean, people, we're getting new people in, they're getting to know sort of what sort of person I am. You know, I have got a wicked sense of humour, but I do wear my heart on my sleeve. I do get emotional sometimes, but don't, as I always say, don't mistake my tears for weakness, because I am a strong person inside. So Troy says she drives like a mother, just saying. Well, you're safe from me because I don't drive. So, I mean, even though we're in the UK and you're in the USA, I mean, you're still safe because I can't drive. Oh, Gordon Bennett. And that's another English saying, by the way. Asgard says his son put their smart car in the ditch on his first drive. Okay then, Dennis, and thank you very much. I will be announcing a giveaway, but there again, that's my sense of humour. I am giving away 2 sets of penis-shaped cookie cutters. So, you know, I mean, there you go, Asgard. If you want to join the giveaway, I mean, there's something that you could win for the wife and get in the wife's good books. So yeah, so there you go. I mean, if you want to keep the wife happy, just, you know, enter the giveaway, and it's some penis-shaped cookie cutters. So there you go. You know, keep the wife sweet. She'll be able to make you some cookies, but they're in the shape of a penis. This is just my sense of humour, you see. We had a YouTube meetup last July, and I just thought it'd be fun to make these cookies in the shape of penises. But there you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, you know, it's a talking point. It's a laugh, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get my sense of humour, but I did it purely for the laughs. I mean, all the guys were saying, well, I'm not eating any cookies shaped like that, you know, purely for the fact that they're shaped like penises. But I can assure you, majority of the guys did eat a cookie. I got to pick a pecker or two. But yeah, you know, the guys were saying, oh, I'm not eating one of those. They're shaped like a man's doodah, you know what I mean? But same as I said, there were cookies. There was to the shortbread recipe. You know, the cookies, it don't matter what shape they are, it's still the same thing. They're just shortbread cookies. So there you go. So you know, but I mean, I'll tell tales on them. They did try the cookies and enjoyed them. You know, just saying. But you know, it was just my bit of fun. You know, I thought it'd sort of be a talking point, and you know, as I say, my sense of humour, and I thought it'd be good for a laugh. But you see, the story behind it is they ordered one set and I paid for them, and then it says they weren't coming till after the date. And then I ordered another set, same again, they weren't coming till after the date we were having the meetup. So I've ended up with 2 spare sets. So that is my giveaway. I will be doing a video about it probably next week sometime. So so there you go. You know, there will be sort of rules as to entry to the giveaway. I haven't thought of what, you know, the questions or whatever are going to be yet. I ain't thought that far ahead. So yeah, I've sort of got to get my head together and think, well, what can I do? You know, I mean, like last time when I did a giveaway at 1,000, it was simple, you know, just name one of my cats. But I'm going to make it a bit more, you know, a bit more interesting this time, a bit more productive, a bit more sort of, you know. Well, you see, this is the thing, George. If you were to enter and you were to win, you'd be able to sweeten your mum and say, "Here, mum, look what I've won in a giveaway. I entered it for you." You know, you can give them to your mum. Choppers giving the rain away to the highest bidder. Well, funny thing is, it's been a funny day today. Sun keeps coming out and then it keeps going a bit dull. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's the guys can give them to their wives. George can give them to his mother. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you'd have to sort of warn her in advance, George, say, well, I entered this giveaway and it were penis-shaped cookie cutters. I entered so I could give them to you, you know what I mean? I mean, that's all you've got to say. It's just my sense of humour. It's just the way my mind works, you know. And I thought, well, I ain't got a lot of money to give away, but I just wanted to give back to, you know, everybody that supported me, that's got me to 1.5k. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's same as I say, they weren't expensive, but it's just my way of giving back to everybody that supported me. Thank you very much, Zion. Yeah, so, you know, it's just my way of giving back to everybody that supported me, that's sort of comes into the chat, that, you know, joins in the community, etc. It's not a lot, but, you know, as they say, every little counts, and, you know, it's better than nothing. Yeah, just to sort of outline what Choppers is saying. If you go to Choppers' channel, it's doing what they call a build-off. You know, everybody that's participating are building different things. I don't know how it's going to be judged or whatever. I don't know the finer details, but if you want to know more details, go over to Chopper's channel and everything is explained there. It's like challenged everybody, what they call, you know, like bake-off. I'd be challenging people to a bake-off. Choppers has challenged everybody to a build-off. So yeah, so Magnetic G is actually George Choppers, not Dennis. It's calling George Dennis. It's George. Name's George. But yeah, you know, I urge everybody to go and watch each other's, you know, if you're supporting someone, go and watch the channel, comment, like, you know, so on, so on. You know, I highly sort of, you support each other, you keep or stay connected, you know, comment on people's videos. You know, I don't have hours and hours and hours to sit there watching everybody's videos. I do watch. I don't always comment, but I do watch a lot of videos. Oh, we will be voting on the best video, but it's voted by people who, yeah, I get you now. I mean, going back to what Centroid's saying about the drones and whatever, I mean, we did see a news flash the other day. I mean, like here in the UK, it's, you know, that they're saying that you've got to, they're trying to bring into force that you've got to sit some sort of a test, or you've got to go to and watch this, that, and other. Hi, Happy Looks, how are you? You know, they're trying, since the Gatwick and the Heathrow incident, they're trying to make it tougher for the drone community. You know, you've got to watch this, or you've got to take this course, or you've got to go to safety meetings, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And I always quote that, Choppers, yeah, we come here as strangers and leave as friends. And that is so true. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you get new people in, them that know the rules, know, you know, you interact with the chat, you chat amongst yourselves, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's just what we do. We interact with each other. We go and watch each other's videos. We, and that's all I ask. You know, you watch each other's content. If you're supporting somebody, go and watch the videos. If you're interacting in the chat, you know, check each other's videos out. That's you know, that's all I ask. So you know, it's a case of yeah, I appreciate that, you know, the time difference and the different time zones and people's work home life, you know what I mean? But when I say I appreciate people that come in, I do appreciate them, you know. Without everyone's support and everything, I wouldn't be celebrating 1.5k, you know what I mean? I won't be celebrating the fact that I'm monetized. And it's you as supporters that's done that for me. And I am humbled. And when I say I'm humbled, I mean I'm humbled. Yeah, you see, in Australia, it's 10 p.m. at night time. So, you know, this is what I say. I appreciate people that are coming into the live stream. You know, some like it's 4 a.m. in the morning, or, you know what I mean? It's the difference in time zones. And, you know, I go live at 10 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. And so, as I say, like in the USA, you know, it's like some states are 5 hours behind, some states are 6 hours behind. And I do appreciate everybody that comes in. I honestly do. So I've got the 11 watching, but I want to do the cookie film a bit later on. So I've got stuff to do, both me and Pixies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the live stream down. The cake that I made yesterday will be published tomorrow, so watch out for it. I'm doing like the cookies later on, so that can be published Thursday. So, same as I say, keep connected, and I'll see everyone on Wednesday. Bye. See you all later. Bye.